The ballroom shimmered with chandeliers. The air smelled of polished wood and perfume. Military uniforms gleamed with medals, ribbons, and silver buttons. I stood beside my father, my hands clenched, my palms damp. He smiled broadly, shaking hands with old colleagues, proud and booming in his voice. I was quiet, clutching my small clutch purse, feeling out of place among the confident faces. Then my father's voice rang out, louder than the chatter. "This is my daughter. She reads books all day, but she cannot tell her left from her right. Watch this." A ripple of laughter rolled through the group. My throat tightened. He pointed at me like I was a stage act. "Come on, show them. Which hand is your left?" The circle of uniforms leaned closer, amused, expecting me to falter. I froze, the carpet's intricate patterns blurring beneath my shoes. The chandelier's light seemed suddenly harsh, almost mocking. Heat rushed to my face, my ears burned, my heartbeat roared in my chest. I lifted my hand, but my father chuckled before I could speak. "She always gets it wrong. Hopeless." The laughter grew louder. It echoed against the tall marble walls, bouncing like cruel whispers. My eyes stung, but I refused to let tears fall. I wanted to shrink, vanish into the polished floor, and then it happened. From the edge of the group, silence spread like a wave. Boots clicked sharply against the floor. A presence entered, heavy with authority. The chatter died, the laughter cut off abruptly. A four-star general stepped into the circle. His chest was lined with medals that caught the chandelier's light like fire. His face was stern, his gaze sharp and deliberate. Every officer straightened at once, shoulders stiff, breaths held. He did not look at my father. He looked directly at me. "Ma'am," he said, his voice firm, clear, commanding. He extended his arm with absolute respect. "Ma'am, this way." The room tilted. For a moment, I could not breathe. Everyone stared. The word "ma'am" clung to the air like thunder. The general had not asked. He had not mocked. He had commanded. And he had done it for me. I stepped forward, my heels clicking against the marble, trembling but steady. The crowd parted like a river splitting for a ship. I could feel every pair of eyes burning with a new understanding. My father's face had gone pale, his smile cracked and brittle. I did not look back. The general's presence shielded me, his silence louder than any lecture. The ballroom's music resumed faintly, but everything felt different now. I walked taller, as though the word "ma'am" had given me armor. And for the first time that evening, I was not the one who felt small. My father was, and everyone knew it. When the general finally released me back to the crowd, the air felt different. People no longer laughed. They nodded, some even offered polite smiles, but their eyes carried a weight that had not been there before. I stood straighter, my chest steady, my hands no longer trembling. The sting of humiliation had softened, replaced by something else, pride, quiet and steady. I glanced at my father across the room. He was trying to laugh again, but it sounded forced, hollow, empty. The sparkle of his charm had dulled, and the mask he wore had cracked. For the first time, I did not fear his mockery, because I had seen what respect looked like, not the shallow kind, won by jokes at someone else's expense, but the real kind, earned, unshaken, undeniable. And though the night moved on, with speeches and music and glasses raised in celebration, I carried that single word in my heart, "Ma'am." It was more than a title, it was a reminder, that even in the most humiliating moment, dignity could be restored, that even in a room filled with power, I had not been invisible, and as I left the ballroom under the glitter of the chandeliers, I knew something had shifted forever, not just in the way they saw me, but in the way I saw myself.